Hi, I'm Tom from the Simoniz Garage. I'm going to show you how to do a leather cleaner conditioner express job. First step, we're going to take the seat here, and we're actually going to recline so that we can expose the most amount of area in between the seat back and the seat itself. So if you just hit the vacuum for me. Now, it's important to be very careful on leather, so we're going to go very gently as to not scratch the leather itself. You're going to make sure that the tools you use are not jagged. Push down to separate the seams. Get all those sesame seeds out of the cracks. Now, this seat's not that bad, but if you have a seat that has really deep crevices and there's some sediment and things like that that you can't get out with a vacuum, use compressed air. Once again, be gentle with it and make sure you don't get too close up. You don't want to blow a hole right into the seat either. Now, as you can see, the seat's not that bad, but I want to show you, just in case you had a heavily soiled seat, some things you can use. You can use a white scuff pad. This is very soft. This is for cleaning leather. And we actually sell it with a sponge as well. The good thing about this is you can use a mild detergent, mild cleaner, just like a carpet and upholstery cleaner, or even like a glass and multi-surface cleaner. And what you can do is get it into the sponge itself and apply it to the surface. And if you had anything really, let's say, really, dirty or caked with, any sort of soil, you can actually just turn it over and lightly scrub with the scuff pad. All right? But like I said, the good news is, or the good thing about the sponge is that it actually holds the product. And then just simply wipe dry. So we just buff it till it's dry. Now, another product you could use is actually the carpet spotter wipes. Now really, these are for, obviously what they say, for carpets and for spot cleaning, upholstery, etc. What really, the reason we love them is actually for headliners, but it's also good because they're not saturated. They're not going to get the leather soaking wet. And there's no solvent in here. It's not going to actually dry out the leather, which is very important to keep in mind. Leather is hide. We do not want to dry it out. So the products you use really need to be keeping that in mind. You want to keep the actual leather conditioned. We want to make sure that, as the leather dries out, we want to make sure that we keep it from cracking and splitting. So that's where our leather cleaner and conditioner comes in. As you can see, put it into a secondary ketchup bottle here. And what we're going to do is just simply apply it to a wax applicator. Okay, we want to make sure we get the entire seat. Now, as the pad is not saturated all the way through, for the sake of speed, I can actually just take this wax pad and flip it over and buff it down to a nice natural sheen and work that product in or I can use a secondary towel, a terry towel, and buff it down. But either way, you want to make sure you buff it in. Okay? Now what we would do is we would start on the driver's side. We'd always do 60%. What that means is I would do the driver's side seat, the driver's seat, the headrest. You know, sometimes it's even easier to take the headrest out. I would also try to reach over and do the passenger side, all right? Because I can actually hit the side of that seat better than, you know, if I was on that side. So I'll try to hit as much as I can here and go over. I'd move around. Now I'd move from here to the back seat, to put this seat up, move it forward, and work my way around the vehicle. Overlapping motions and working the product in, and the leather will be cleaned and conditioned.